Let's bring in Asad Baig. He's joining us from the Iranian capital, Tehran. So, as we're saying, Iran acknowledging that people were killed by security forces for the first time. But have they said how many people were killed?
Well, not really. The official death count here by the Iranian government is still stands at 13, and that also includes security services. But, you know, this country is emerging from an internet blackout. The internet was restored last week, and videos and images are emerging from those demonstrations. Now, this report, where the government acknowledged that protesters were killed, was carried by state media in a lengthy report. It was around 7 minutes long, but it gave the Iranian version of events. Now, it broke down those that were killed into 4 categories. Some were called rioters and thugs that attacked sensitive centres and military centres armed with firearms and knives, passerbys, and security services and peaceful protesters. Now, what's interesting is that the Iranian government hasn't said how those peaceful protesters were killed. They only said that it was suspicious and should be investigated. In fact, just now this morning, the spokesperson of the judiciary has said that the bullets that killed those peaceful protesters were not of the security services. Now, Iran does have a record of blaming outside forces of interfering in Iran's affairs, and they've done the same during these demonstrations. Now, what's also interesting about this report that was carried on state media was that Iran acknowledged the cities that the demonstrations took place. It acknowledged that demonstrations took place in Tehran, in Shiraz, Sirjan, and also the southwestern city of Masher, where there are allegations that there was a massacre. But what the report said was that there were armed separatists that fired on security services, and security services were forced to fire back and defend themselves. So this report was very much a kind of defense of the security forces in the country, saying that they had to act to defend people and save people's lives, accusing protesters of rioting and targeting petrochemical plants, which could have risked many lives.
And what's the reaction been inside Iran?
Well, like I said, the spokesman of the judiciary has been speaking this morning. He's rejected the number by Amnesty International, the death toll. He said that there's a big difference and that the opposition or the outside forces are giving these numbers to international organizations. But there's still a lot of anger and frustration inside Iran. In fact, a popular opposition leader, Mir Hussein Musavi, who's been under house arrest since 2011, he likened the crackdown on demonstrations to the time of the Shah, where peaceful protesters were gunned down and led to the Islamic Revolution. So there's still a lot of anger and frustration here, and we don't really know how many people have been killed.
All right, Asad Baig, thank you.